In this video we show the process of sculpting masks of popular characters from movies and anime. We also sculpt characters according to your requests from the comments. You can purchase FenwickCraft masks on Etsy or on our Instagram. Look for links to the materials at the bottom of the video. Granny? Granny? Are you okay? Hello everyone, today we will create the Granny's mask. I sculpted from the picture or rather a screenshot from the game. I tried to make it more alive. I emphasized as many details as possible. I tried to revive it in the real world. So this is one of the options as Granny could look in the real life. Well, as always, some technical details for those who are for the first time on this channel. I sculpted a model from plasticine. You can use absolutely any. I use monster clay. As for the sculpting tools, you can work without them, but it is much more interesting to work with tacks. And now, according to our not such an old tradition, a small flight of my imagination. And of course, we can't do without yours. What do you think about the fact that our ideas and thoughts appear not inside the head, but from the outside? Surely you heard that our brain is a signal receiver and nothing arises by itself in it. I mean global thoughts and ideas. But everyday household thoughts, unreasonable anxiety, this is the spam that we form themselves stupidly clogging our heads. Imagine that this is how everything works. We get significant global ideas from the outside and we form all the garbage ourselves because we can't and do not even know how to control it. Everyday thoughts spin day by day in our heads and do not give any results, but only drive us in a circle. Each new day looks like the previous one. Our head is so full of this spam that there is simply no place for sound ideas. Spam is drowning them out. We can conclude so that a sound thought comes, we need to be freed from all pressing household thoughts and anxieties. And then there is a very high probability that your empty head, in the good sense of the word, will visit the worthwhile idea in a particular thing. And if you have enough patience and perseverance to realize this, it will be quite interesting to observe it. Therefore, everything is very simple. We need to learn how to think about nothing as long as possible. I use gypsum for mold. It takes up to 3 kilograms to create one. It is better to make more liquid mix for the first layer so that the details are well printed. Mold needs to be heated to remove it after hardening, so that the plasticine becomes softer under it and you can remove it from the mannequin. If the mold has some errors, I immediately fix them with wood putty, or it will be possible to process them on the finished mask with sandpaper. But this is not the point. The most important thing is to well lubricate gypsum with vegetable oil and with petroleum jelly so that paper mache does not stick to the mold. The first 3-4 layers are toilet paper. and then according to the increase in paper density in newspaper, notebook sheets, and printer paper. And the main point is to take care that there are no air bubbles. The mask is removed from the mold with difficulty, but thanks to the elastic composition of PVA glue, it bends but does not break. You can extract it after 7 to 10 layers of printer sheets and of course after the mask is dried. Then strengthen it until the mask starts to hold its shape and stops bending. I think 20 layers of printer sheets will be enough. The holes can be made with a knife. Very convenient one is a drywall knife. I usually use the clerical, but this one is much stronger and the blades will not dull so fast. I process the edges with sandpaper. Now the most interesting part. I use brown wood acrylic putty and the same white. I mix them to get a more white shade of brown color. I apply putty with a finger and immediately smooth it to a thin layer with water. I use a sponge on the last layer. It makes the surface rough that resembles the structure of the skin. The putty layer becomes matte after drying, and it is covered with a transparent acrylic varnish. The putty absorbs it and thereby becomes darker and glossy, which is very reminiscent of the skin. This method gave me an idea to make a mask of the human face. For example, some blogger, if I manage to sculpt him. Write in the comments whose face you would like to see. I will make this out of polymorphous. I think eyes of this character should be muddy and terrible. They can easily be removed to wear the mask, and if you gonna store the mask on the shelf, you can put them back. So it looks much more interesting. I covered the mouth hole with a stocking using a hot glue, so the face is not visible. It seemed to me that something was missing, and I decided to add a few colors.